Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Through the Waves podcast. I'm your host, Amelia May, and today I'm so excited because I'm joined with my best friend and assistant, Taylor Smith.
Hey guys!
I'm so excited to have you on the pod. Welcome to the pod.
I'm so excited.
You've never seen like the set?
No,
yeah,
I haven't. This is my first time seeing your whole shebang.
like everything.
Yeah.
Today we're doing 73 questions, and I'm so excited. I feel like this podcast more than ever is gonna be like us, just kind of relaxed, hanging. I want to say a huge thank you to our podcast sponsor, Silo. We love Silo. We both use our Silo pillowcases.
Ever since you've given it to me, have not went a day without it. And I came to Amelia's last weekend and I stayed the night and I forgot it. And I was like, Amelia, I forgot my Silo. I was so sad.
I know. We every time we've traveled, we bring them with us. Even when you and your boyfriend travel, you guys take your Silo pillowcase. But yeah, we love Silo. We're actually so excited because we are gearing up right now for New York Fashion Week, and we're doing 2 events with Silo, which we are so excited to share. And it'll be live on our Instagram everywhere, basically.
Yeah. So you'll see as soon as we do it.
Hi guys, I'm interrupting this episode for a quick second because I completely forgot to share my discount code for Silo. You guys know how religiously obsessed I am with my Silo silk pillowcases. If you follow me on Instagram, you know I bring them everywhere when I'm traveling, if I'm staying at somebody else's house, if I'm sleeping on an airplane. I can bet you that my Silo silk pillowcase will be with me without fail. It's become such a big part of my morning routines, my night routines, my skincare and my hair care, and my wellness and everything in between. I'm seriously so obsessed, and I can't imagine my life without Silo. So if you'd like to purchase your own for 20% off, use discount code 20AmeliaMay at checkout. That's 20AmeliaMay at checkout for your own Silo silk pillowcase. Okay, let's get back to the episode. So yeah, okay, do you want to talk about how we became best friends and how we met?
So last year, I was going through such a hard time and I moved here from Delaware and I live in a town that's 65 and up, if I'm being so honest. It's called Sebastian, and there's really no young people, so it was really, really hard for me to make friends and to just find people that I really connected with. And I think I had a very specific vision of the type of friend I wanted. I wanted someone that was just positive and uplifting and that would pour into me the same way that I poured into them. And I reached out to my friend Izzy and I was like, I'm struggling, I have no friends here, what the heck? And he was like, I have this friend Amelia, you guys are so similar, I think you guys would get along so well, you should hit her up. And I didn't, because I didn't want to be weird and message her and be like, hey, I need a friend. So I just followed her and I didn't really even engage with your stuff, I don't think. I think I just kind of was a watcher here and there. And then Amelia posted about climbing.
My duvet.
Also, I got a root canal on the front of my mouth the other day from trauma to my teeth. So if I'm smiling weird or talking weird, that's why.
You think that, but I'm looking at you right now and
I'm fine.
nothing with you.
Okay, good. Cause
yeah,
I feel
you're overthinking it.
I feel like I'm talking funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, so she posted about climbing inside of a duvet cover to put them on, and if you've ever put a duvet cover on, you know.
It's literally one of the most challenging things.
It is.
I do my my weekly resets and I do my bedding and sheets every Sunday. It is the one thing I literally dread doing.
Yeah.
I hate doing it.
It's so difficult, especially by yourself, because you're I found an easier way to do it. It's still hard. It's a little bit easier, and I'm claustrophobic, so climbing inside of it, it's a little bit better.
I hate it. It feels like did you ever play with those things as a kid?
Yes.
In gym class with the rainbow
parachutes.
Yeah, and then you would go underneath. That's exactly how I feel every time I climb into every single Sunday.
So she posted it and was like, does anyone else do this? And I swiped up and I was like, haha, I do. And she was like, okay, well everyone else is saying that they don't. And I was like, okay, that's a lie. How else do you do it then? Please tell us. And I pretty much, right after that conversation, I was like, hey, we have a mutual friend from Delaware. His name's Izzy. He told me to reach out to you, but I didn't. I live in Sebastian. There's no friends here, and I would, love to meet you. And she was like, yeah, let's meet. And I was like, oh. Okay, because I didn't really expect that, especially,
What were you expecting?
Well, I feel like
I've never asked you that.
the stigma, around, influencers, and, I knew that was, your line of work, that, you would not really want to, me, like, a follower, like, be friends with me, but, like...
That is, like, not me at all.
Yeah.
I feel like I, like...
You
Because I
wanna be
don't think
friends
about
with
it that way.
everyone.
I feel like if I follow you and you follow me, or, like, if you've been following me for a while, we're, like, already friends.
Yeah.
So then, like, I'm like, okay, let's be best friends.
Yeah. So then, like, shortly after that, we planned a date, and we went to Cato's Bridge in Jupiter, and...
Well, no, we first went to the mall.
Oh, I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, we went to Palm Beach Gardens Mall,
Yeah.
which I've talked about in the past. I used to be the store manager, or one of the store managers at South Main Under. And when I worked there, I was also dealing with so much of my own trauma. And, like, it was a huge part of my healing process. And, yeah, and so basically we went to the mall. I called you, and I was like, because we had already been FaceTiming for days at that point.
Yeah, and even, like, our FaceTime calls, it was just immediately, like, telling each other everything. Like, we just, like, connected really, really well.
Yeah, like, literally, like, clicked from the first time. Because I just immediately FaceTimed you, remember? We were, like, planning our beach day, and then I was like, I just need to call her. And then I called you, and I was like, okay, let's do this. And then we just FaceTimed every single day from, like, literally
Then on.
hours.
Yeah.
And
I would, like, be at work, and, like, Amelia and I would just be, like, FaceTiming for, like, 3 hours while I'm working.
and I was, like, editing videos or, like, emailing, doing, like, things like that. And then I was like, hey, I'm going to the mall. Because at the time, I needed to get a gift for someone who worked with me. And I was like, do you want to come with me? And you were like, yeah, sure. And then we met there. I'm having I've never had a panic attack.
Yeah.
I, like, had an anxiety, like, no, it wasn't a panic attack, it was, like, an anxiety attack.
Yeah. And at first
yeah.
she was fine. And then as we, like, got closer to where the traumas...
Like, the
caused,
store?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She literally started, like, she's like, I need to leave right now. And I was like, okay, let's go.
And Taylor was like, you're acting fine. I was like, in my head, I thought I was literally, like, hyperventilating. I thought I was
wasn't.
freaking out. And Taylor was like, you're literally fine. I'm like, no, we need to get out of here right now. And then we sat in my car for, like, 30 minutes, and she calmed me down. And then I was like, I'm so sorry. This girl's going to think I'm a crazy person. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
and
a
I
literal
didn't.
lunatic.
I'm also, like, very, like, I took an extensive trauma program that's all about, like, somatic practices and nervous system regulation, and it, like, changed my life. So when Amelia was, like, going through this, I was like, oh, this is fine. I know all about this.
Yeah.
She was like, you don't think I'm crazy? I was like, no, not at all. This happens. It's normal. She's like, normal? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, and I was, like, freaking out in my head.
Yeah, but no, like, on the outside, she was completely fine. And then, like, we did some, like, nervous system regulation and some, like, connectedness, and there was a tornado happening, literally.
As we're driving, I'm driving south, Taylor's driving north, because Taylor lives, like, an hour away.
Yeah.
There's just, like, literally this gray, it literally looked like,
There was a literal tornado.
like, doomsday.
Yeah, like, cars
Yeah.
were flipped over, like, like, right where we were at, and we missed it. We were fine, but...
Thank God.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah.
That was a crazy first experience.
Yeah, and then we went to Cato's Bridge, which is, like, a tiny little, it's, like, a bridge, like, overlooking an inlet, and a lot of people go around our area, and we just had the time of our lives.
That was so fun. We were, like, snorkeling, like, we were doing the whole 9 yards. We should have probably had, like, fins and actual things, but we were, like, Amelia would, like, go down, and she's like, go look at that fish!
Yeah.
And we were like, okay, and then I would go down, and be like, wait, come back!
Yeah.
It was so fun.
That was, like, our perfect, like, that was how I knew it. I was like, yeah, we're gonna be friends for a really long time.
Yeah.
And then, like, weeks passed, and we would still continue to FaceTime, like, nonstop, and just keep each other updated on our lives. And,
And she would just come
Yeah.
to me for, like, little advice things, and then I was like, let me work for you. And she was like,
at first I was like, no, because
Yeah.
I thought you were kidding. You were like, you should hire me, and I was like, no.
and I was like, no, for real.
And, yeah.
And she was like, I don't really think it's a good idea. Like, we're friends. And I'm like, I work for all my friends. And which I do. That's very true. Like, all of my best friends I
Yeah.
like, literally do work for. And it works really well for me, I think, because I am so, like, not trying to sound like this, but I'm very good at communication and just being open and honest with, like, my friends.
No, you
and how
are.
I'm
That's
feeling.
like, that's not even like braggadocious, because that's just like who you are.
Yeah, and I take
Yeah.
pride in that. And, like, I told her from the jump, I was like, if I have a problem, if I have anything, I'll bring it to you. And she was still like, I don't know.
Yeah, I was like, I don't think this is a good idea. I've worked with, like, because I've worked with so many of my friends, and I was like, and it's always ended weird because I care so much about, like, my business and what I'm doing. And then I'm like, there comes, like, a separation of, like, friends and business. And I was like, yeah, I don't think so. And then you're like, no, Mary, this is going to be great. And then,
Yeah. And then she finally
Yeah.
gave in.
and then we had our first test day.
Our first trial run was freaking
Do you remember what it was?
Week.
Oh yeah, it was
Miami
Swim Week.
She just kind of like threw me right in, and it was like so crazy and like so chaotic, but like in a good way. Like it was good. We had so much fun. She was like, "Okay, this is gonna go great," and I was like, "Yeah, it is."
Yeah, and then Taylor is like a huge part and has grown so much with I Love You Always, which I started basically when I started I Love You Always not thinking it would be what it is now and what it has grown into.
Over in like 2 months. It's yeah, crazy what
Yeah.
has happened in 2 months.
But you've also like been by my side the entire time, and like now Taylor is the event manager coordinator of I Love You Always. So now you have like such a big like we started as friends, then we like started working together, and then I was like, okay, let's dip our toes in the water, and then we didn't, and then I like threw you in head first. You basically crushed
She
it.
literally said, "We're just gonna try it out," and then she was like, "Boom, there you go," and I was like, "I'm good."
Yeah, because we had one content day, and it was like
One.
I was like, so this is how it's gonna go. Like we're gonna
Yep.
shoot content. We'll work with brands. You'll kind of sit on emails. You won't, or you'll sit in on meetings, but you won't like get too much into it. And then, literally, Swim Week.
Yep.
And it was 4 days nonstop, every second, different outfits, different brands,
It was
traveling
crazy.
around,
We were like missing shows, leaving,
taking the content.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, and you got to sit your first like swim fashion week.
I've never even went to a fashion show ever, so that was like really cool. I like loved the fashion shows. It's
like
so fun.
the entire time we were sitting, we were like oohing and eyeing.
The whole time
and-
it's like, ooh,
ah.
ooh.
I like that piece. I'd wear that piece with that.
Or like
That would look
me,
so
I
good.
feel like I like love women, so I'm like, she's beautiful, she's beautiful.
Yeah.
Amelia's like, I like that bathing suit, and I'm like, did you see her face? Like she's
And Taylor's like, she has a big butt.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, she does.
I'm like, I love her butt. Like,
It was so fun. Like
It
looking back
was.
at it now, it was like literally it went by like that. We've just been like glued to the hip ever since.
yeah, and we got to stay at like the most perfect hotel, which ended up playing a huge role for us in our I Love You Always event, and we just love them. It's the Mayfair House Hotel and Garden, and I feel like that was also like, I feel like that's like our like special thing now. It's like, that's
Yeah.
our hotel. We love it.
Yeah, that's like home to us now because,
Yeah.
well, not only was our first swim week together, it was like both of our first medias to like stays together. We've
Together.
never done a media stay together.
Our first media dine together.
Our first media dine together. That was like our safe space after swim week because it's just like from 10 in the morning and you don't stop until the last show at literally 10 at night. And we didn't even go to
I was gonna say,
everything.
sometimes we didn't even make it.
It was, well, we were also so tired.
Yeah, that we were like, we
Like-
just need to like go home.
Yeah, and we didn't eat anything that entire day. And so at that point when we were exhausted, our feet hurt from our heels.
Oh my god.
The amount of photos that we were in, we were just like, it's all such incredible stuff. And it doesn't sound like it would be draining, but it's just like fun stuff that you don't even realize it till you're stopped.
Yeah.
And then you're like, okay, I'm
And
ready
I'm
for
tired.
sleep.
Yeah. Which I feel like that's normal. Like, it's like if you go to a water park all day, you had so much fun at the water park, you had so much fun at the beach or whatever you did, but then like afterwards, you're like falling asleep in the car.
Yeah. No,
It's
that's
like
like
that.
the best way to describe it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, so that's the backstory behind us. And now Taylor is like such a big part of my life. And Taylor
Yeah,
is
so
like
fun.
my right hand woman. And I literally call her my conscious because there's things that like I know I need to not do. And then Taylor's like, you really shouldn't do that. I'm like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, Taylor, why did I do that?
And I'm like, I told you.
And now you also see like the back endings of like all the brand meetings and all the brand calls and like just like everything that goes into like planning content and stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Which I don't even feel like, I feel like I do a lot more of like the I Love You Always stuff. Amelia kind of does like all her brand stuff and I just like shoot for her when needed. But I'm like a lot of like making the journals and
You
just
set up
making
all
sure-
of like the venues and
Yeah.
the backings of who we need to talk to and like how the layout's gonna go, timing.
all of that.
Yeah.
Shooting the events themselves. So there's a lot that goes into it behind the scenes that people don't realize. And I mean, it takes us weeks to get everything finalized and together before the events even go on, and then they're done in an hour, and then we're crying.
Our last one meant so much to me. Like, we, after the Mayfair, because our Mayfair one was our biggest one yet, and it was also just so sentimental, because it was, like, in Florida, so many of my friends came, like, your boyfriend came.
Yeah.
It was so cool to have, like, our people there, and once
And
the
it was
event
my
was
first
over.
one.
Yeah, it was, because Taylor
Yeah.
actually got sick in before the Delaware event.
Like, very sick. Like, was dying.
And she, like, came to Delaware for the event and then ended up having to go home and couldn't make it. So then Brooke, like, literally came in, and I could not have done it without Brooke either.
Yeah, props to Brooke, because she stepped up and filled my role and did a great job. So thank goodness for her.
And so, yeah, so now we know, like, the backings and also Taylor does a lot of, like, the travel plans too.
Yeah.
Which is something I've never been good at.
Yeah.
So, like,
Amelia's like, okay, like, find flights, and then I'll find flights, and then she'll be like, all right, let's wait a couple days. And I'm like, these are not going to be here in a couple of days, just book them now. And I have to, like, get on her, and then she's like, okay. And then she's like, thanks for doing that, because I would have not done that.
that's, like, very much my personality. If anyone in my life could tell anyone, it's like, I'm so like, okay, we should do this. And then everyone's like, okay, let's do it. And then I'm like, let's hang. Like, I'm,
like,
yeah.
let's
I'm
give it a few
like,
days.
go with the flow. And then everyone in my life is like, no, you don't have time for that. I'm like, yeah, you're right.
This is so true.
Yeah.
So true.
So, and yeah, so I'm very grateful for Taylor, and I love working with you and everything that we've, like, done so far in the past
Almost 3 months.
4 months.
It was, I would say 3.
3.
June, July, August. So we're going into our 4th.
It doesn't feel like 3 months at all. It feels like you've been with me for like 5 years.
Forever. Yeah.
So,
Definitely.
yeah.
Yeah, so
Well,
that's
I
it.
love having you, and I'm
I
so
love
excited to have you
you.
on today.
I can't get to you, I will never leave, it's like my love.
So I've always been obsessed with forever the 73 questions by Vogue, and whenever I'm like winding down or like eating, I'll like put those on and just binge watch them. So I thought it'd be fun for us to do a 73 questions, and Taylor has all the questions, and we're gonna spitfire them just like they would in the Vogue episodes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Are you ready?
I'm ready. Wait,
Okay.
I want to like take
Yeah,
a sip of
same,
coffee.
same.
Cheers.
And our I Love You Always mugs that are for sale at our events in Florida if you guys
Yeah.
want one.
They're so. I always love drinking out of them, and they're always so fun for the podcast sets.
Yeah.
Although I just spilled it all over myself.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Amelia spills everything all over herself all the time.
Yeah, I need to walk around with a big bib.
Yes.
Like, if I'm eating anything, it's getting to get all over my clothes and all over my face.
Okay. Are
I'm
you
back.
ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
What's your full name?
My full name is Amelia May Robinson.
And how'd you get your name?
I'm named after Amelia Earhart, the pilot. My grandpa and my
Really?
uncle, my grandpa and my uncle were both pilots, and so they ended up naming me. And then May means beautiful flower in Chinese. And then my last name, because my dad is Chinese, or he's Taiwanese. And then Robinson is my grandpa's last name.
Wait, I love that. I did not know that. So
Thank
that's really
you.
cool. That's so cool that you're named after Amelia Earhart because they're pilots. Love that.
Mm-hmm.
How old are you?
I'm 23 years old,
And when's your birthday?
July 23rd, 2000. So this past year was my golden year.
I love that.
Thank you. We celebrated it together.
I didn't even know that what a golden birthday was until after my golden birthday passed, and I was like,
Dang it.
what the heck?
Yeah. Oh, I didn't realize what it was until this year.
Amelia and I's birthdays are also both in July. Favorite ritual you do on your birthday?
Every single year, I like to write myself a note to read at the beginning of next year. So I write like, "Dear Amelia," and then I tell her what's going on in my life currently, and then I'll like write her a note, and I hope, and it normally goes like, "I hope when you're reading this, and this have happened so far within the past year." And then I tell her I love her, and I tell her some things I'm proud of her for the year. I'm gonna start crying.
I love that.
Yeah, so
that's so
that's-
cute.
I challenge everyone to do that on your birthday. It's life changing.
Yeah, I want to do that next year. First thought in your head when you wake up.
First thought is to grab my phone and meditate
Okay.
immediately.
Why do you meditate?
Meditation has literally saved my life. I truly believe. I think I wouldn't be the same person every single day without meditation. It grounds me. I used to live in like fight or flight, and I think meditation grounds me to who I am and grounds my feet and grounds my heart and grounds my soul inside my body every single day.
Love that. What happens if you don't meditate?
If I don't meditate, I look like the Tasmanian devil, which I've meditated for the past 3 to 4 years every single day. I've not missed a single day.
What gets you out of bed every day?
My work.
Yeah,
I
was
love
about
what
to
I
say
do.
that. I literally said that in my head.
Yeah.
7-second morning routine, go.
Okay, wake up, grab phone, do meditation, say 10 things I'm grateful for, jump out of bed, immediately say thank you when I jump out of bed, open blinds, make bed, make hot water with lemon, journal, which we're coming out with I Love You Always journals, which will be so exciting so soon. I journal, and then I immediately do my movement for the day.
Love that. First thing you put in your body in the mornings.
Hot water with lemon.
And she usually adds apple cider into that.
I do, but recently I've stopped because somebody told me that it's so acidic for me. So
Really?
I've like only been doing like I've done it a couple days this week, but I've tried to limit it.
Oh.
Yeah, but I normally
Okay.
do. Yeah,
Okay.
you're right.
Good to know. Good to know. Because I feel like Amelia teaches me these things, so I'm like, wait.
Wait, yeah.
stopped?
I feel like I haven't told you that.
No, you haven't. What do you think about while brushing your teeth?
While I brush my teeth, I say affirmations to myself. So I'll say like today's gonna be a beautiful day. I am so proud of you. Keep going. Today you are going to be filled with so much love and positivity, and I just like to repeat affirmations while I'm brushing my teeth.
I love that. What's
Thank
your
you.
workout routine?
I either do 10,000 steps, which I need to get back into, Sammy Clark, or recently I've been doing training with T, and I like to work out if I can in steam saunas.
Yeah, I love that.
Or For You cycling too, that's something I do a couple times a week as well. I love For You. You guys know about Justin. He's all over my Instagram and one of my very best friends.
She's got me hooked on. I've never cycled before, and she took me, and now I'm like, I like this. This is so fun.
But For You is like not like regular cycling. Like For You
Yeah.
is so different that I think like anyone who comes loves their experience.
Yeah, they bring like such a like the same thing that like Amelia stands for. I feel like they stand for, and like that's why we love it so much because it's just very uplifting and like empowering.
Yeah, and you feel just so good and you feel so strong leaving. And like, even during the workouts yesterday, I did one and I literally said to myself, I'm gonna have to stop. I'm gonna have to stop. I'm gonna have to slow down. But I kept saying to myself, keep going because it's for you. It's for me.
Yeah.
So,
3 non-negotiables in your morning routine.
meditation, make my bed. I literally can't function if I don't make my bed every day.
Or if her apartment's not clean, she
Yeah.
literally can't.
I like won't have a good day if my apartment's not clean. And then journaling.
Yeah.
Those are 4, but
What do you do while you walk 10,000 steps?
I either play my own affirmations that I'll record and they're coming out. We're starting a channel for them, so that'll be live soon. Or I listen to podcasts or I catch up with friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does Through the Waves mean to you?
So Through the Waves, the ocean is like a huge part of my life and just it has been my entire life. And I think our lives really come in waves and our emotions do. And I think living through the waves is realizing that everything happens for a reason and just to continue to like swim through the waves because life is always growing and changing and getting so much better every day.
I love that.
Thank you.
Backstory of I Love You Always in 10 seconds. Go.
Okay, backstory of I Love You Always. So 4 years ago is when I started my self-love journey. I basically fell to the ground. I looked in the mirror and I was basically reliant on drugs and really self-destructive behaviors. And I looked in the mirror, couldn't recognize myself, and I fell to the ground. And ever since that day, I have made it a constant change to just grow and love myself for who I am and love myself unapologetically and learn to grow and heal. And I Love You Always was a mantra and a saying that I constantly said and kept in my back pocket. Anytime times were tough or when I needed to give myself love, I would repeat I love you always to myself. And so now I Love You Always is my self-love workshop that we've been traveling around the country doing now. And it's a 45 to an hour process where I take them through my entire self-love journey to where I am now.
I love that.
Thank you.
3 words to describe an I Love You Always event.
Loving, emotional, grounding, and life-changing. Honestly, I know
Yeah.
that sounds really dramatic, but
No, but it
life-changing.
is.
Yeah.
I completely agree.
So those are 4.
What were the names of your 2 old podcasts?
The first one was Amelia May, which is like really egotistical to like say now. It was way before quarantine. Amelia May and Hot Girls Go to Therapy.
Oh, okay.
So,
This is true though.
yeah.
1 word you would use to describe your best friend.
My
Who's
best
your
friend
best
Taylor.
friend?
You are. 1 word. Compassionate.
Oh,
Compassionate, yeah.
1 word I would use to describe you. I feel like whenever I do these things, I like put a lot of pressure on myself to like pick like the best word.
Me too. But I feel like compassionate summarizes who you are.
Yeah, I could agree. I feel like I need more than 1 word.
That's how I felt. That's what I was thinking. I was like, one word. What's the first word that's coming to mind?
I almost want to say like outpouring like of love. Like I
Really?
feel like, yeah, like I feel like you just pour love into everybody around you. So like that's not really one word, but I feel like that's something that like describes you the best is like the way you just pour love into everyone. I love you.
But that's how I feel about you too.
Yeah, and I love that. Like I love the way Amelia loves the people in her life. Like that it's just one of my favorite things about you.
I'm gonna cry.
Go ahead. Favorite podcast memory?
Okay, can I say two?
Yeah.
Okay, one was recording with my mom.
Oh,
I loved that episode so much.
I love that.
And my second one would be when I released my wellness journey. So many of you guys messaged me and just told me your stories. And I think that's a day I'll never forget because I sat there and I read through everyone's story and it touched my heart more than like words can explain.
That was like, I think that was one of the first, like, one of your first podcast episodes I listened to. And, like, not that I had, like, a different version of you in my head, but I would have never expected, like, the things that had happened to you that, or the choices that you made that put you in that position. I would have never expected that.
Like what? Wait.
Like drugs
Oh,
and
yeah.
like all of those things and how you took yourself being in a really bad place and like became the person that you are now. I never would have expected that, and I feel like it made me in particular really be able to like relate to you and be like, wow, I could really see myself like being such good friends with this person.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's what I love so much about like humans and like human nature is that like we all are so connected, but it doesn't seem like it. Like we look at people and we're like, I could never be her. Like I could
Yeah.
never carry the same energy that she does, but we literally all have gone through the same shit,
Yeah,
you know?
just in different ways.
Yeah,
That's
just in
so
different
true.
ways. Having acne and feeling confident within my skin has always been something that I've struggled with within the past 22 years of my life. I recently stumbled upon a product that has completely changed my skin. I've been using AO2 Clear for the past 4 months now, and when I tell you guys that when I look at photos side by side of how my skin used to look versus how it looks now, I look like a completely different person. The simplicity and science behind this product absolutely blows my mind. AO2 Clear is distilled water with billions of nano-oxygen bubbles that helps heal my skin from fewer breakouts and let my skin breathe in the most natural way possible. Use discount code AmeliaMay for 20% off your first order. Head to www.ao2clear.com to purchase your 30-day supply.
What inspired you to create a video podcast?
I think it makes it more personal. Like I feel like I'm like connected with you guys if you guys are watching it, and I just I love to be able to share like clips of it too.
I prefer video podcasts. So
Do you watch them?
Yeah, I do.
You do? Yeah.
I like even if like people upload them on YouTube, like I'm a YouTube girly all the way. So like I like to watch like podcasts on YouTube, and I like to see what like you look like while you're saying these things.
Yeah, I'm the same. I'll like, if I'm eating, I'll put it in front of me, but if I'm walking, I'll just play it in my ears.
Yeah, agreed.
Something that I've learned is that shit goes constantly wrong and that you're always growing. Even when I listen back to like old episodes from like 2 weeks ago, my mindset has changed and I've grown and evolved.
What 3 words would describe your podcast?
I think it would be calming. I hope that my podcast episodes are calming, but also energetic and entertaining.
Yeah. I think when you say
Yeah.
calming, you mean like not like they're not gonna like make you anxious or like bring on negative energy.
Yeah.
Like calming in the sense of like good vibes. Yeah.
Like positive.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. Favorite place you've traveled to?
Taiwan.
Yeah. Why?
It was cool to see where my dad grew up, and it was cool to see like the different culture. And I think I've always loved traveling outside of the U.S. to see just like how other people live, and it was really cool to see like how people in the mountains live versus people like by the beach, or seeing just like the street markets and the way that people like get around. And
Yeah, that's cool.
yeah, just the culture.
Are there any rituals you have before you record an episode?
No, I like to set up, and I always like to light a candle, and I like to say a prayer when I'm lighting the candle. Like, I'll say, like, hey, God, like, please walk with me through this episode. I hope it goes great, and I hope I can connect with beautiful people out there.
I love that. Favorite late night snack?
Warm chocolate chip cookies.
Ooh, okay. What do you drink with your chocolate chip cookies?
Detox tea, so then I can eat my chocolate chip cookies and then detox and de-bloat after.
Balance.
Yeah.
Any place that feels like home to you, or a place that feels like home to you.
Delaware.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why is Delaware so special to you?
It reminds me of where I come from, and I feel like anyone who knows how much I love Delaware knows how much I love Delaware. I think Delaware is such a special place to me, and it's where I grew up, it's where my family is, and it's where I have so many core memories of my childhood.
Yeah, it doesn't stop talking about Delaware.
I love Delaware. And Taylor's also from Delaware.
Yeah, and we have like the two polar opposite like versions of Delaware, but that we're balanced, like yin and yang. That's what we are.
That is that's a great way to represent us. Yin and yang.
Favorite thing to do when you visit Delaware?
Drive onto the beach with my family.
Yeah, that's like special. I love that.
Yeah.
Will you ever move back to Delaware?
I think eventually one day, yes. In this current time in my life, no.
Favorite food to eat when you're there?
My mom's. Anything that my mom's cooking.
No.
Yeah.
I want to try your mom's cooking.
Well, she's coming down.
When?
In October. She's staying here
Wait,
for a week.
When? What if our moms are here at
Oh,
the same time?
no. Your mom's coming in the beginning of October, right?
No, I think it's like the 24th.
Wait, that's when my mom will be here.
Really? We should have a mom date.
And Aunt Pim will be here too. Let's do
Stop.
it.
I love
They
that.
would love each other.
That would be so
okay,
cool.
I'm so excited now.
That was really cool. Who do you look up to the most in your life?
My mom.
Yeah.
hmm
One thing you wish everyone knew about Delaware.
The beaches are beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Favorite part of living in Florida?
Living so close to the beach.
Yes, agreed. Favorite thing to do in Florida?
The beach.
Why did you choose to go to Lynn University for school?
Okay, I've talked about the beach so much, but I literally looked at the distance from Lynn to the beach, and it's 6 minutes away.
Really?
Mhm.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's pretty cool.
It's like max like a 11-minute drive.
Oh, I love that. Where do you think you'd be if you didn't move to Florida?
I don't know. I think I would have ended up going to Hawaii.
I could see that.
Yeah.
I could see that. Do you have a dog?
No.
What would you name your future dog?
Tucker. Tucker.
What's your favorite meal to cook in your kitchen? Smoothies. No, I'm kidding.
Honestly, smoothies or pesto chicken pasta.
This girl loves some pesto.
I love pesto.
Place you'd like to travel to?
The Maldives.
Same.
Yeah.
Who would you travel there with?
You.
Thanks.
Or my mom.
Yeah, both.
Yeah.
What's your coffee order?
Okay, depends. If I'm at home, it's a black coffee with tons of non-dairy French vanilla creamer
From where?
from Wawa. And a splash of cinnamon, and then if I'm out, my coffee order is a vanilla oat milk latte hot.
Oh, yeah. Okay. How would you describe your friendships?
Loving, fun, silly.
Yeah.
Yeah, my friendships are silly.
Favorite part of your relationships?
How much I love the people in my life, and every person that I'm close with I consider family. Like anyone that I'm close with in my life, you're a family to me.
I agree.
Yeah.
I definitely see that about you. Favorite food to share with friends?
Anything, sushi, Cane's chicken.
This girl in Cane's.
Okay, yeah, Cane's chicken, sushi, or pasta. Or pizza. No, pizza.
Really?
Yeah.
We've never had pizza together.
I know we've never had pizza, but we haven't done like a pizza sunset in a while. Like I feel like I used to do that all the time with my friends.
should
and
do
now
that.
We should do that like next weekend after we're like settled into both of our apartments.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
idea. Amelia and I both move into new apartments on the same exact day.
Mm-hmm.
And my other best friend from Delaware is moving to Florida on the same exact day.
Yeah, a lot of things are happening in September. September's gonna be a great
Yeah.
month.
How would you describe your style?
Laid back, chill, bright. Sometimes bright.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would say for the most part it's pretty bright.
Like coastal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
coastal definitely.
coastal. Mm-hmm.
Like coastal bright. Like I don't feel like you don't wear like neon, but you wear like colors.
Yeah.
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 What inspires your style?
Being comfortable and wearing pieces that make me feel like the best version of me.
4 staples everyone needs in their closet.
A pair of baggy light jeans, comfy sneakers, like I love my Cariumas, I love my Forums.
She loves sneakers with thick cushions.
Yeah, I only like sneakers with really thick cushions.
And I'm like, I like sneakers that are thin. And
You
she's
do?
Like, no.
Because then it makes me feel little.
Yeah.
Like I like to feel tall.
Yeah.
A bucket hat and fun jewelry.
Yes.
Oh, and bikinis.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
What is a quote that you live by?
Everything happens for a reason and it'll always make sense.
Oh, I love that.
Thank you.
My sister has everything happens for a reason tattooed
She
on
does?
her.
I have the word reason tattooed on me.
Oh, I never even knew that.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
I didn't. I had
No
I
way.
I don't know
Yeah.
what I thought it was, but I never realized that. That's so cool.
I got this one on a whim my sophomore year of college.
Aw.
Yeah.
I love that.
Thank you.
Who do you go to for advice?
Either my best friends, my brother-in-laws, both of them, or my mom.
What was it like growing up as the youngest?
Chaotic.
Same.
Yeah, chaotic.
What did you learn from your older siblings?
From my brother, I learned to always be who you are and be true to yourself. From my middle sister, I learned to never give up what you want and to just do it. Literally, Amanda just did everything she did growing up. And then for my oldest sister, that literally anything can become a reality if you want it badly.
Oh, I love that.
Thank you.
Favorite part of being a part of a big family?
The yummy foods, the fun dinner parties, and my niece and nephews.
What is your ethnicity?
So I am half complete Thai. Do you want to talk? Do you want to explain why you're laughing?
No, I don't.
Do you not want to? Okay.
Okay, I don't care. I will. So I like genuinely thought this came from a place of disrespect. Like I didn't. I don't know why, but I thought that like Japanese were Japanese, Asians were Asians, Chinese were Chinese, Vietnamese were Vietnamese, and I didn't know that like Asians were like all of them, like
Like an umbrella, like
an umbrella for
Yeah.
everyone. I genuinely thought it was disrespectful to like call like just all of them Asians. So Amelia,
we were on FaceTime
FaceTime.
once, and I was like saying something about being Asian. I was like,
I'm like, you're not Asian, you're Taiwanese.
no, you said it in the kindest way. You're like, Amelia, I have a question for you.
Oh,
And I
yeah.
was like, what's up? And you were like, why do you keep saying that you're Asian? And my jaw just dropped. I was like, what do you mean? Why do I keep saying that I'm Asian?
And I was like, you're Chinese and you're Taiwanese and you're Thai. And she was like, those are Asian. And I was like, oh, everyone's Asian. And she was like,
Everyone.
she was like, yeah, Taylor. And I was like, oh. So that's why I laughed, because I think it's funny whenever someone asks like Amelia what she is now, and I'm like, she's Asian.
Yeah.
But anyways, I guess I just told them what your ethnicity
No,
is.
you did. You just answered
Yeah.
it. So
And American.
yeah, and my dad is Native American and French.
Really?
He's like a mix. Because my dad's dad is American. And then my dad's mom is full Taiwanese. And then both of my mom's parents are full Thai.
Okay.
But then my grandmother remarried.
Yes.
And then my grandpa that I grew up knowing as my grandpa is American.
Is it rolling? Mm-hmm. Am I gonna be like making you nervous or distracting you? Or anything?
No, we're actually almost done.
Yeah.
We only have like 10 more questions.
You look so cute.
Thanks, so do you.
Hey.
It smells so good in here.
Thanks.
What's your favorite part of being from different cultures?
The food, the community. I think being a part of the Asian community is really special to me, and we've even talked about this. Like when I see people that are of Asian ethnicity out in public, I always like make it a point to like ask what their ethnicity is, or what languages they speak. So the food, the community, and then being a part of something that's bigger than myself. I think it's really cool to express how much I love being Asian and pass that down to younger generations because I didn't growing up.
Yeah, I feel like you've even like taught me so much, like about
Really?
Yeah, like just about like a different culture and like things I didn't know, and like getting to like meet different people and like all of that. Like I love that.
Wow, that's so cool. Like
Yeah.
what? What do you feel like?
Well, one, I didn't know everyone was Asian, so that's one. But I feel like sometimes people can like be standoffish because like they're just they're just like different. And whenever like Amelia's around and like we talk to other people of like the Asian culture and whatnot, like they're very more like open and like happy, and like it's nice to like I don't know, like kind of like be a part of that. And all
Yeah.
my other friends are white. Like I don't have other friends of like different ethnicities really. So it's like neat and like to learn different things. Like I remember one of our first trips, I was like, "Wait, can you speak like a different language?" And she was like, "Yeah." And I thought that was like the coolest thing ever. And like
I'm not fluent in anything other than English, but I can
Yeah.
understand parts of both languages.
yeah, and like you've taught me a lot about like monks and
Yeah.
just like different things about like her ethnicity, and like she's like told me about her trip when she went and saw like where her dad's from and like seeing like where he grew up and all of that stuff. And I think that's very cool. Like I love that kind of stuff and just learning different things. I think it's cool.
Cool, I love hearing that. That's awesome.
Favorite time of the year?
Summer.
No doubt. Where did the thought of Through the Waves come from?
In a dream. All of my great ideas have always come from dreams. I don't know what it is. I think it's like my angels or like my grandparents being like, this is a bigger calling for you. I always loved talking. Ever since I came out of the womb, I've literally like nonstop loved talking. And I'll talk to the wall. And like, so Through the Waves came from a dream, and I knew I wanted to start another podcast. I just didn't know what my inspiration was going to be behind it. And then I had a dream that it was just Through the Waves, and I remember seeing myself like on a surfboard. And
Aw.
now we have our own Through the Waves surfboard.
Yeah, which is the thing is beautiful. I just absolutely love it.
It's like my favorite thing in the whole world, and Fab absolutely crushed it. And
Yeah.
our really good friend Fabiola did it. So if you ever need anyone to create a custom surfboard, she's your girl.
Yeah. What is one song to be the theme song of your life?
Oh, that's a hard one. Ooh, I don't know. Probably Dance with Somebody, Whitney
Yeah?
Houston. Yeah.
You do like that song.
I love just her. Yeah, and she's just fun. I feel like it's always something that breaks me out of my element.
Yeah.
Yeah, and brings me happiness.
Favorite movie to watch on a rainy day?
Endless Love.
I've never seen that.
That's my favorite movie.
Now I'm gonna have to watch it.
You're gonna love it.
Coolest part of being a content creator?
Getting to connect with so many people.
Yeah, that is cool.
At the events that we go to, or like meeting different walks of life. I think everyone has a story, and I love that like we get to communicate so often with so many people and hear so much of their story.
Yeah. Something that people don't see online.
About me,
Yeah.
I feel like how dramatic and silly I am.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I agree.
yeah.
And even just like, I wouldn't even use the word like dramatic, but like,
Extra.
yeah, like just like how like vibrant and like big her personality really is. And like
Hey.
when she's just always so fun and like laughing and like just wants everyone to have a good time. Like there's never a time that Amelia's like,
No, she's lying. There are times I'm like that.
but like you don't
But-
like when we're like with friends and like you're with people, you're not like that. Like you're not like it's very rare. And if she is like
Yeah.
that, she'll just like put herself in her room and like have a day to herself. But like
Mm-hmm.
if she's ever around people or with anyone, she's just like so vibrant and so fun.
Yeah, I just love life.
Yeah, she does. She really does. Advice to people who want to create content.
Just start. I wish somebody would have told me that a long time ago, because I was always so afraid of the opinions of others. And you just have to literally not care, because no one who's ever doing better than you will ever criticize you. And I wish I would have just started way back when I wanted to in like 8th grade, but I didn't officially until like I was in college. And so if you're looking to become a part of the space or like put your life out there, just start and just have fun with it. And also create your own identity. I think it's so important to like, we each have our own thing that we specialize in, and I think nobody else is like anybody else in this industry, and there's enough space for everyone. So if you're like worried about starting, literally just start.
I love that. One
Thank
word
you.
to describe your content.
Energetic.
Yes.
Loving. Yeah.
I would say energetic. What
Yeah.
did I say? The one day classy. What did I don't know.
I don't
what
know,
said.
but you-
Coastal classy or
we
something
were-
like that.
So our friend Chloe, I was sitting right where you are. Chloe was sitting here. You were sitting at the kitchen counter, and we were like giving like adjectives to like what our brands would be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chloe's was coastal baddie.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yours was like effortlessly classy or something like that. And then
Thank
my
you.
other friend's was classy dirtbag.
Are you talking about Lisa?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you doing after this podcast episode?
So the three of us are going to. We have a live audience member.
Yeah, over there.
Over there. And the three of us are going to my friend Tatiana's pickleball tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're gonna play some pickleball.
What's something that never fails to make you smile?
The people I love.
I agree. What is the last thing you think about before you fall asleep?
I like to do this where I'll think of like or the number 5, so I'll do like either 5 things that made me happy, and I'll like play them throughout my head. 5 things that I love about like specific person, things I'm grateful for, or like 5 core memories, or like 5 things I'm manifesting.
Like, what's something you wish for anyone listening to this episode?
I hope that you guys have a beautiful day and feel loved today.
That's all.
So love you guys, and thank you so much for listening.
Bye.